At the Christmas party, my mom accused my 13-year-old son of stealing $3,200 in front of 20 people. She screamed in my face, "A thief's child is also a thief!" 30 minutes later, the real culprit was exposed, leaving my mom speechless. In court, what my son said made my mom break down in tears. I'll never forget the sound of my son's voice breaking. Kyle was 13, straight A student, spent his weekends volunteering at the animal shelter. The kind of kid who still hugged me goodnight, even though his friends said it wasn't cool. And my mother just called him a thief in front of our entire family. We were at my parents' house for Christmas dinner. 20 relatives packed into the living room. Aunts, uncles, cousins, my younger brother Jason. The turkey was carved. Wine glasses clinked. Everything felt normal. Then Mom stood up, her face ghost white. "Someone stole $3,200 from my bedroom." The room went silent. She turned to Kyle, just stared at him. My son froze, fork halfway to his mouth. "Kyle," she said, voice cold, "empty your pockets." My wife grabbed my arm. "What is she?" "Now!" Mom's scream made my 8-year-old daughter start crying. I stood up. "Mom, what are you doing?" She didn't look at me. Eyes locked on Kyle like he was a stranger. 2 weeks ago, he asked me what I was saving that money for. He knew where I kept it. Kyle's hands shook as he pulled out his pockets. Gum wrapper, school ID, 73 cents. "Check his backpack," Mom hissed. "Absolutely not." I stepped between them. "You don't have proof. Remember when you stole from me? When you were 19? Her voice cracked. $100 from my purse. You denied it. Lied to my face. A thief's child is also a thief. The room erupted. Relatives talking over each other. My wife pulled Kyle close while he sobbed into her shoulder. My daughter screamed that her brother didn't do anything. Mom stood there, arms crossed, certain she was right. I pulled out my phone and dialed 911. Her face changed. "Dylan, don't," "Then take it back." She didn't. Police arrived 18 minutes later. I explained everything. Mom repeated her accusation. Kyle sat on the couch, staring at his shoes. The older officer sighed. "Ma'am, has anyone else been in your bedroom today?" Mom hesitated. "Well, Jason helped me move boxes this afternoon. My brother Jason, 31, still living in their basement. The golden child. Where is he now?" "He left an hour ago. Said he had a date." Jason had been fidgety all evening, kept checking his phone, left before dessert. Dad had been quiet this whole time. Now he cleared his throat. "Shannon, I need to tell you something." Mom turned. "Not now." Jason took the money. Mom's face crumbled. "That's ridiculous." I saw him. Dad's hands trembled. "This afternoon, at your dresser, stuffing cash into his jacket." I didn't say anything because I wanted to give him a chance to return it. The female officer stepped forward. "Do you know where your son is?" Dad pulled out his phone. "Murphy's Bar downtown. He texted 20 minutes ago." The officers exchanged a glance. The older one spoke into his radio. They found Jason 40 minutes later, buying rounds for strangers with Mom's cash. He had $2,850 left in his wallet. When they brought him back in handcuffs, Mom collapsed. Jason didn't apologize, just kept saying it was supposed to be a loan. The officers arrested him. As they let him out, he looked at Kyle. "Sorry, kid, that was it. No remorse." I filed charges that night, against Jason for theft, against Mom for defamation. The court date came 2 months later. Jason got 18 months probation and had to repay everything. For Mom's case, the judge asked what I wanted. I stood up. "A permanent restraining order. I don't want her near my children. Ever." Mom started crying. "Kyle, please, I made a mistake." Kyle stood. His voice didn't shake. "You're not my grandmother. My grandmother wouldn't destroy me in front of everyone I love. You're just someone who used to matter." Then my 8-year-old daughter stood too. "You made my brother cry. I don't want a grandma who makes people cry." Mom broke down completely, but the judge granted the order. 500 feet, no contact, for life. As we left the courthouse, Mom was still crying in the hallway. I didn't look back. That was 3 years ago. Kyle is 16 now. Honor roll. Full scholarship to a summer engineering program. He never mentions that Christmas, but sometimes I hear him laughing with friends on the phone, being a normal kid, and I know I made the right choice.